Hobbes arrived at Brixton police station around 8:30 that night. He travelled in with 4 other officers in a patrol car, one of whom kept effing and blinding at what he was seeing through the windows. Jesus Christ, can't we just let them kill each other? Charlie Jenks told him to shut the hell up. It was bad enough. D.I. Hobbes sat there, squeezed on the back seat. He felt sick with nerves. At the station yard, they were quickly organised and issued with orders. Hobbes took charge of a group of 9 uniformed constables. Christ, he hadn't done anything like this, not for years. A van drove at them at speed to a drop-off point, spewed them out into the mayhem. They had 6 plastic shields between them, their only defence against whatever waited for them out there on the front line. No helmets, no proper riot gear. Hobbes's task was to drive the rioters off Shakespeare Road so a fire engine and an ambulance could get through. He got the line fixed and set the men marching in step, but the rank was quickly broken as they entered the fray. Youths were gathered further down the street, cutting it off. A police car was lying on its side. One rioter bent down to light a pool of petrol, and the car burst into flames. The young men and women cheered and danced around the vehicle. They looked like teenagers, kids, nothing more. Most of them were black, but there were some white faces among them. Hobbes shouted orders. He forced his squad to get back in line, to stand its ground, shields interlinked in front of them, centurion style, and then to move forward slowly, one step at a time. No heroics. No fucking heroics. Do you hear me? His words were blown aside by the night's craziness. In a side street, a fire engine was waiting to come through. An ambulance parked up behind it. The front window of the fire engine had been smashed in. Now Hobbes had his objective in sight. He urged his men on. They were moving well, already pushing some of the rioters back into a cross street when a hail of missiles landed on them. Rocks, house bricks, bottles, they smashed and clattered against the shields. He tried to keep his men together, but it was no good. More missiles came over, and the line staggered. An officer lost his footing, and 2 of the shields broke apart. A beer bottle found its target, hitting a constable full in the face. He fell. His colleagues stumbled around him. Hobbes ran to the fallen man and pulled him free of the scrum. The officer's nose was broken, eyes glazed over, watery, no recognition in them. "Pull back! Pull back!" By sheer force of will, Hobbes got the 9 men back to the park van, 2 of them dragging their injured colleague along. In the distance, Hobbes could see even more burning cars, and beyond that, a building on fire, a public house. "Kill the pigs! Kill the pigs!" Smoke stung his eyes. He was out of breath. His sides ached. In more than 20 years on the force, he'd never faced anything like this. Not even when he was on the beat himself, working streets as poor and deprived as these were. Something had changed in the passing years. Hobbes screamed at his men to regroup, and they did so under his command, 8 of them now, and he pushed them forward, putting himself in the front line, glad for the shield he shared with the officer at his side, a man he had never seen before in his life. The missiles hit like the force of God, worse than before, over and over. He could hear cheering. Kids were running forward to lob their stones and bottles and then retreating back to their own lines. It was war, plain and simple. But the cops were breaking through now, forcing the rioters back, and then a bottle hit a shield to Hobbes's left and exploded into flames. Ignited petrol splashed over the shield, turning it into a sheet of yellow fire. The bloody thing wasn't even fireproof. The plastic of the shield melted. The heat was intense. The line broke, fell back. Hobbes was left there, alone.